You know this movie does its job when you've got me, Nicholas Ibarra, rooting on the LAPD. I'm like, shoot that son of a bitch! Beat his ass! It's like, never would I ever.
It's the only movie.
having been on the receiving end of LAPD's finest.
Yeah.
Never have I ever cheered on the LAPD with such vigor. From the beautiful city of Los Angeles, California, we bring you the Gimme 3 podcast. Hello and welcome, cinephiles, cinema lovers, and movie appreciators to the Gimme 3 podcast, the podcast where we pick 3 films connected by one theme. I'm Nicholas Ibarra. I'm joined by my festive partner, Bella F. Stratus. Bella, how's it going over there today?
It's good. Yeah, getting into the spirit of the holidays.
Bella, are you an early adopter of the holiday season, or are you a late adopter? Where do you stand in the too soon to celebrate or too late?
I'm kind of late. I go back and forth. I feel like I'm kind of late, like December 1st. I feel like I mean, it's already the 7th and I feel like I'm just barely starting to feel it. So
yeah,
I would say late, but for me, yeah, it's like no Christmas music, no Christmas until your last bite of Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think that is,
it's like, okay, go for it. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, that's downright reasonable. I think there are late adopters who are even later than, mid-December. They're like, oh, it's not until the week of Christmas. Well, this week, what we're trying to do, we're trying to accommodate the whole gamut of folk here. If it's too early for the holiday spirit for you, this episode may be for you. But if you're already also into the full swing of Christmas, this episode may still be for you. Because last year we did a very popular episode that was called Christmas or Not, where we explored some films that were hotly debated about whether they were actually Christmas movies or not. And that episode is going to return next week. We're going to have a Christmas or Not Volume 2 next week. But this week, we're going to explore the work of one writer in particular who clearly loves Christmas. Are his films Christmas movies? Not really. But they're not Christmas movies either. They are they're Shane Black Christmas movies. I guess that's who we're talking about today. Shane Black, the writer turned director turned producer. Shane Black Christmas movies, kind of a niche subgenre of their own.
Yeah.
Bella, any overall overarching thoughts on the Shane Black Christmas subgenre?
Yeah, I think it's so funny that this is his thing. Like I have to say, I'm actually really impressed with how well it works in all of these films. And maybe it's because it's not totally just a setting, it almost becomes a character in the sense of like, the holiday season plays some role in one way or another in kind of shaping the story or even its characters. Mm-hmm. And so I think that adds a really fun element to all 3 of these films. I think there's also something to be said for the LA Christmas. Obviously, growing up with snowy, freezing Christmases in Salt Lake City, I find it really difficult to get into the holiday spirit here simply because it's just not what I'm used to. So I got to say the LA kind of like artificial snowy Christmas is so fascinating to me. I mean, like for a place that doesn't get snow, LA loves Christmas. I mean, I went to the Grove recently and it was the scariest place I've ever been in my life this time of year.
I don't know why. Yeah, that sounds like a terrible idea.
It's awful. It's awful. And there's like fake snowy shit falling out of the sky. It was freaking me out. But yeah. But I also kind of admire the commitment to, you know what, we're having Christmas. And I think, 2 of these movies today, we see that Shane Black can do both. We see the LA Christmas and we also get some real snowy, very cold Christmas in one of the other films that we're talking about today. So I guess he's a master of Christmas.
Right. I also had a very LA Christmas experience this week because Sonja and I, back-to-back nights, we went to 2 studio backlots basically to celebrate Christmas. We were at Paramount one night for the tree lighting ceremony because Sonja works at Paramount. So we were there for the tree lighting ceremony at the Paramount studio lot. Wonderful little event. And they had singers, Christmas singers. They had the fake snow thing. They had a big tree lighting ceremony. The theme was LA Strong. So they even had a firefighter come out and sing some Christmas carols as well. And then the next day we went to Universal Studios Hollywood, did a little nighttime soiree at Universal Studios Hollywood, saw the Whoville Grinchmas thing where they also threw some fake snow on us. And it was a festive week.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Yeah. But getting back to Shane Black here, as we mentioned, a lot of his films take place either on or around Christmas or include Christmas, including his new Amazon Prime film, Play Dirty, which I've not seen. But the holiday, it never seems to get in the way of the plot of his films. You know, it never feels really forced. Right. But it does add, it adds a lot to his pictures. Visually, I think, you know, a Christmas movie looks great on film. Not necessarily digital, in my opinion, but it looks great on film. You've got the bold red of the Santa outfits. You got the snowy landscapes, either real or fake, as we discussed. And of course, you got Christmas lights. Christmas lights add just a wonderful aesthetic to any gritty city backdrop.
Totally.
But setting the films at Christmas is also a great way to learn about your characters in your story. And in a 2013 interview, Shane Black was asked about, you know, like his love affair with the Christmas holiday and why he injects Christmas into so many of his scripts. And he says, Christmas is fun. It's unifying. And all of the characters are involved in this event that stays within the larger story. It roots it, I think. It grounds everything. At Christmas, lonely people are lonelier. You're seeing friends and families go by, and people take reckoning. They take stock of where their lives are at Christmas, which we're going to explore here a little bit later. So, yeah, we'll get into how Christmas plays into all these films one by one, but we might as well get into the goods here. Bella is going to start us off with the film that started it all, the classic.
So before we had Die Hard, well, just 1 year before, 1987, there was Richard Donner's Lethal Weapon, written by Shane Black. A Christmas-themed action movie that absolutely holds its own and really paved the way for all that came after it. More than that, Lethal Weapon truly redefined the buddy cop blockbuster, turned its $15 million budget into a $120 million worldwide success, and won the Oscar for Best Sound. More importantly, it gave us one of the most unforgettable and influential duos on screen with Danny Glover and Mel Gibson. Danny plays Roger Murtaugh, a veteran cop with a good head on his shoulders and a true family man who just turned 50. He's got it all, a beautiful, loving family, a suburban home with a cat and a fishing boat. Other than constantly complaining, I'm too old for this shit, and counting down the days to his retirement, his life is pretty damn good. On the other hand, we've got Mel as Martin Riggs, an ex-Special Forces soldier turned undercover detective. Riggs couldn't be more different from Murtaugh, younger, blatantly unhinged, with lethal marksmanship and a death wish. The kind of wild card in the field that makes you think, is this guy really crazy or just always thinking 20 steps ahead? Turns out Riggs recently lost his beloved wife of 11 years in a tragic car accident and is fighting a constant battle with his will to live each and every day. With Riggs' reckless style and mental state on the edge, he gets transferred to a new case. And in a classic and honestly hilarious meet your new partner moment, Riggs and Murtaugh are brought together on a more than meets the eye case involving the suspicious suicide of a sex worker. Also, just before the case landed on his desk, Murtaugh had a missed call from his old Vietnam buddy, Michael Hunsaker. Important as the case takes a sharp turn when Murtaugh discovers that the deceased young woman was Amanda Hunsaker, his daughter. The deeper they go, the deadlier the case becomes. As bodies start to pile up, Hunsaker reveals his involvement in the case, all pointing towards a massive heroin smuggling ring run by ex-Special Forces. When the operation strikes back by abducting Murtaugh's daughter Trish, it stops being just a case. Riggs and Murtaugh go all in, taking on impossible odds to get her back and bring the whole operation crashing down. Cops, carnage, and Christmas wrapped up in a bloody bow. Shane Black's dialogue and Glover and Gibson's chemistry is the gift that keeps on giving. You won't be able to peel your eyes away from the screen for 1 second. Lethal Weapon. Nick, what did you think?
I mean, it's a tremendous film. It's a tremendous film that sparked a whole franchise and a series.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, really helped shape and develop the buddy cop film to what it is today. Oddball duo paired together. But not, very few have done it as well as Lethal Weapon, including the other Lethal Weapons, which all of them are pretty damn good, but none of them quite as sharp and emotionally charged as this first one here. And that is because of Black's work with the characters. The character setups are just tremendous. You have Martin Riggs here, who is kind of like the emotional crux of the film. He's so crazy. He's so unhinged.
Yeah.
But you see that scene where he's, again, here's how Christmas plays into it also. He's like watching a Christmas cartoon special, and that clearly, they don't say it, but that must have like triggered something emotionally in him. And he's there with the picture of his wife and him and his wife on his wedding day. And he's got the gun in his mouth. And you're just like, holy shit, this movie's getting real and raw real quick.
Yeah.
And that scene happens pretty early in the film. And it's really smart to put it early in the film because for the rest of the film, you can just see it and feel it in Gibson's performance. And you just see it bubbling and boiling. And even when he's like, quote unquote, calm or well-tempered, you can still like feel it within him for the rest of the picture.
Yes.
And then you got Roger Murtaugh, who is, also going through some shit. He's getting old. He's too old for this shit, which is like, man, I feel like that when I'm 36 here. Which, by the way, Danny Glover was only 40 when he was in this movie. He was not 50.
I know.
First and only time that a black man was able to pass for older rather than younger. He's looking at his daughters and his children growing up, and he's like, "Oh, this is kind of too much for this old man to handle." And it connects to the case that's happening. Seeing a young woman perish, and the father he knew. So the character setups and the emotional stakes are tremendous. And then you just have incredible villains like Gary Busey who just elevate this thing to an umpteenth level.
Yeah, Mr. Joshua is terrifying.
And his name's Mr. Joshua, for God's sakes. It's like, Jesus.
Yeah, it doesn't get freakier than that. I mean, his villain introduction is insane too. We get like this this drug deal, and they're trying to convey just how loyal they are to each other. And he like holds his arm out over a flame until the guy says to stop, and you're just like, okay, I get it. For Christ's sake.
Right.
It's brutal. It doesn't hold back.
The other thing that I think is kind of unspoken about this movie is that you see these three men and they're all kind of in a sense of tumultuous emotional strife. Less so with Murtaugh, obviously. Look, Murtaugh's got a lot of love in his life. He's got a great family. But the other two guys are fucked up.
Well, and also we know that Murtaugh served in Vietnam. We don't really know what went down there, but something went down.
Well, that's what I was going to say. All three of these guys were in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And they don't really touch on it, they say that all three men were in Vietnam, but they never, press it too hard or explore it further. But the more you get to know these characters, you're just like, oh yeah, you saw some shit, bro.
Yeah, they don't need to spell it out for you,
right?
Which is smart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it adds a whole new layer. to the film. Yeah, I think what makes this movie so amazing, back to your point of like the character development and just how much it fleshes out these characters and what they're going through, is it's also just the perfect balance of that and kick-ass high octane action sequences.
Yeah.
And another thing that, you know, going off of that, another thing that I think action movies these days are kind of fumbling on is like, they're so worried about showing us the craziest thing that we've ever seen a human do, like Mission Impossible, talking about you, where they're kind of like, they're really lacking in the emotional department. And that emotion is like ultimately, and obviously the impact, it's like the one thing that can really elevate an action movie from just like cheap thrills to full body chills, if you will. I mean, like that Mel Gibson scene is in that we were talking about earlier is fucking gut wrenching.
Hey, okay, no bullshit. You want to kill yourself? Oh, for Christ! Shut up! Yes or no? You want to die? Yes or no? I got the job done. What the hell do you want? Didn't answer the question. Oh, what do you want to hear, man? Do you want to hear that sometimes I think about eating a bullet? Huh? Well, I do. I even got a special one for the occasion with a hollow point. Look, make sure it blows the back of my goddamn head out. Do the job right. Every single day I wake up and I think of a reason not to do it. Every single day. And you know why I don't do it? This is gonna make you laugh. You know why I don't do it? The job. Doing the job. Now that's the reason. You wanna die? I'm not afraid of it. I ain't afraid of it. Here, take my gun. Don't nibble on the barrel. Pull the trigger. Go ahead, pal. Be my guest. Go ahead if you're serious. You shouldn't tempt me, man. Put it in your mouth. Bullet might go through your ear and not kill you. Yeah, under the chin. Yeah, under the chin. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go and get something to eat. Shit. Oh, God.
And I just think, I was so impressed with how they're able to have a deep, emotional, and powerful scene like that, but still also pull off this hilarious buddy cop action-packed genre. Like, this movie is so funny at the same time, and the stunts and the action is so much fun. And what I love about it too is specifically about the action scenes is the stakes get higher and higher with really great pacing as well, and the action gets crazier and crazier, but not in the way that so many movies nowadays do it, where they say, okay, we just had a huge explosion, now the next one needs to be an even bigger explosion. Instead, we get like a really nice variety. We get the intense car chase, a sneaky helicopter sniper,
right,
some good old hand-to-hand combat that is arguably the most thrilling.
That's my favorite part about this movie is I'm not a big fan of gun fu.
Yeah.
What I call films where it's just like, it's only shooting and it's only guns. And it's just like, okay, whatever. A fucking monkey can pull a trigger. It's not that exciting to me. It's especially if you get it so much. That's why I'm not a big fan of those John Wick movies. I find them rather boring.
Fair.
At the end of this movie, after we've seen a lot of guns and we've seen a lot of explosions and we've seen crazy violence, Mel Gibson and Gary Busey are like, no, we're going to fucking fight. Hand-to-hand combat in the middle of the front yard of LA here, with the helicopter giving us a spotlight and the fire extinguisher going, and we're just going to go, man. And it is an exhilarating scene.
Yeah. It's so good. I mean, you're just on the edge of your seat. And like, I did read that one of the things with Mel Gibson's character, with Riggs, is they wanted him to have a really unique fighting style. So in this scene, turns out him and Busey, is that his name?
Gary Busey.
The guy, Gary Busey, who plays Mr. Joshua, were trained in capoeira, jailhouse rock, and Brazilian jiu-jitsu. So you get to see like all these, just such a crazy fusion of like martial arts, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it is incredible stunt work. It's so much fun to watch. They're pulling out the craziest moves you've ever seen. And then at one point he's like beating the shit out of him with a pole.
Yeah. and Murtaugh throws a nightstick at Riggs. He's like, Riggs, use this. So he's got a giant Busey's got a giant pole, and Riggs is using a nightstick to block the shots with his giant pole. It's insane. But yeah, so that fight scene, as you mentioned, Richard Donner wanted it to be really unique and make a strong statement about the characters. So it just so happens, shout out to the first ADs in this world. Willie Simmons, the first AD, one of the assistant directors on this picture, he had an avid interest in unusual forms of martial arts. So he invited some practitioners of these martial arts styles that he was interested in, and they ended up getting implemented into the films.
That's awesome.
They shot that fight sequence over 4 complete nights, shooting dusk till dawn.
Oh my God. I mean, it's a long scene.
It's several minutes of this hand-to-hand combat scene.
It gives the people what they want, you know, you're waiting for it.
Certainly.
And it's so emotional.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's what I love about it is they're ready to just take this guy in, and then they're like, hold on a second, I'm gonna beat the shit out of this guy because he deserves it. And like there's that great quote where I think at one point Murtaugh's like, kid, come on, let us take him in. And Riggs just lets out this like demonic no. It's such a crazy sound coming out of him. You're like, oh, okay, part 2, here we go. But my favorite part is at the very end when Riggs has beaten the shit out of Mr. Joshua, and Murtaugh goes, get that shit off my lawn.
It's so good.
The perfect conclusion. Like the whole time he's been hyping up the fight. And then he's like, come on, get that shit out of here.
Get that shit off my lawn. So good.
Oh, I love it. So much fun.
You know this movie does its job when you've got me, Nicholas Ibarra, rooting on the LAPD. I'm like, shoot that son of a bitch! Beat his ass! It's like, never would I ever.
It's the only movie.
having been on the receiving end of LAPD's finest.
Yeah.
Never have I ever cheered on the LAPD with such vigor.
Lethal Weapon, it brings it out, man.
Lethal Weapon. But yeah, the stunts and the stunt team in this, you know, are just tremendous. That's how the film closes. The opening of the film, as you mentioned, we've got this young woman jumping out of a skyscraper, right? And they show the shots that they do for this are long, and you see not a dummy, you see a human body falling.
Oh, yeah.
A long time.
It's horrifying.
Jackie Swanson, the woman who played this part, performed the high fall on her own. She was trained by Dar Robinson, who's a legend of a stuntman. And basically what they did was they had an airbag down there at the floor covered in a life-size painting of the driveway and the cars, kind of like you know, like the old school movies where they'd have those foreground miniatures that they glass that they would use to like visually blend in the real scene. So that's what they did. They had the airbag down there painted as if it were the driveway and the street and the other cars and whatnot. And so that way they were able to just hold on that shot for as long as possible as she like plummeted towards the bag. That's
crazy.
Yeah.
It's scary. It is a long fall.
Yeah.
Movie magic.
And just straight up guts by Jackie Swanson.
Yeah, true. Let's give her flowers.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I was very I can't even fully express how happy and excited I was with like every minute of this film. It completely surpassed my expectations for so many reasons. You know, it's one that starts out so strong, and I honestly think it just gets better and better throughout the film.
Mm-hmm.
The writing, I mean, I was laughing out loud. The writing and the performances together, it's top tier performances, amazing chemistry. Yeah, I'm looking through all like some of the quotes I wrote down, but of course, you know, this put Shane Black on the map. It's the writing is kind of everything in a sense.
Yeah. So many brilliant one-liners and quick jabs that would kind of become his calling card, in addition to unlikely duos and Christmas and just high octane action. But the dialogue is for sure one of his calling cards, and it's on full display here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Do you have a favorite scene besides the final fight?
One scene that's just always been unforgettable to me is the scene where Murtaugh and Riggs are getting tortured, basically.
Yes.
And they're beating the shit out of Murtaugh in one room, and they bring in his daughter, and like she's in her underwear, and it's just like, this is why it's just like, you feel the tension and it feels real, because it's like, fuck, man, it's just as intense.
It's twisted. Yeah.
And then you've got Riggs in the other room, and they pour in water on this guy, and they're giving him like electroshock therapy. And Mike, the way that he screams is just so, you could feel the pain.
Mm-hmm.
And the way he gets out of it, he like he headbutts the guy and uses his legs to snap the guy's neck. Those images are always like stuck in my head, because like the first time I saw this movie, I was like, whatever, 6.
Yeah. Oh my god!
So
that explains a lot.
So I was like, oh, never. Those images are seared into my mind.
Yeah.
But as an adult, the scenes I love the most are actually the scenes like where Riggs comes to dinner with the family, and honestly, the final shot of the film with Riggs and Murtaugh walking up to the house. You know, Riggs has kind of found a little family to hang on to, and you know what? That's what the Christmas spirit's all about.
Absolutely. There's the Christmas.
There's the Christmas in it. Lethal Weapon, everybody. Check it out. It's available on demand. You can also check it out at your local video stores. Cinephile Video, Videotech, and Vidiots. All great options in the Los Angeles area. Support your local video stores, especially given the recent news of the Netflix and this whole oh god, don't need to get into that right now. Maybe I'll do a bonus episode where I just rant about that for 50 minutes.
Right.
But support your local video stores, my friends. Lethal Weapon, check it out. And while you're at it, check out Lethal Weapon 2, 3, and 4. Have no relation to Shane Black, but they're also damn fine movies.
Might have to go on a marathon.
Might have to. Oh, also, I thought I had a box set of these 4 films. I know I did. It was on my list of movies that I own, which I keep, and I can't find it. So if you're listening to this and you are a friend who has borrowed my Lethal Weapon pack, return it.
Give it back.
Shit. Next picture. All right, The Long Kiss Goodnight from 1996, directed by Rennie Darlin. Written, of course, by Shane Black, who was also he was a producer on this film as well. And starring Geena Davis, Samuel L. Jackson, Patrick Malahide, Craig Bierko, and Brian Cox. Great cast. And we open in Hunsdale, Pennsylvania, small town Americana. And it's Christmas season, of course. And we are following this beautiful woman, Samantha Kane, school teacher. Samantha lets us know, for all intents and purposes, she's about 6 years old. Not really, of course. She's basically has no memory of what happened to her longer than that. She has a daughter. She has a new boyfriend of a couple years. But she has zero memory of her life prior to about 6 years ago. This, of course, is Geena Davis playing Samantha Kane. So she's got no memory of her life prior to 6 years ago. Other people do, though. Some bad hombre named One-Eyed Jack
Of course.
sees Samantha on a news clip of a local Christmas parade. He's in prison watching this, and he just goes nuts. And then, boom, somehow he's out of prison, and he comes and surprises Samantha at her home with her kid there, with her boyfriend there, wielding a shotgun, talking about, I want my eye back, bitch. And he blows a hole through her home, and Samantha saves her kid, and she kicks the guy's ass. And you're just like, whoa, this school teacher could kick ass? And her and her boyfriend are like, who the hell am I, you know?
Mm.
Well, Samantha had actually, just before this mayhem, she had hired a down-on-his-luck private investigator to try and help her find out about her patch. This is Mitch Hennessy, played by the great Samuel L. Jackson. So after this mayhem, the two of them embark on a road trip to go find out some more about who she might be. There's a briefcase that directs them to this guy named Dr. Nathan Waldman. They track this guy down after getting chased by some men. Random men. They're like, what the fuck's happening? So this Dr. Nathan Waldman, he tells her that she was actually a CIA assassin. Yeah, her name's not Samantha Kane. It's Charlie Baltimore.
Ooh.
And at first, what a name, huh? And at first, they don't believe her. But then, you know, more and more bad guys and assassins aim at killing them. And they're like, all right, well, maybe he wasn't so full of shit. So the two sides of this woman start to present themselves and clash. The sweet and unassuming Samantha holds less and less of the stake of the body, and the badass Charlie starts to take the reins. Charlie wants her life back. There's a great scene where she, like, when she becomes Charlie, she's like, look at my ass. What has she done to it? So yeah, Charlie wants her life back, a life that she has to fight for once she realizes that the CIA that she used to work for is not only now after her, but the innocent daughter that she has. So the two sides of this woman, Charlie and Samantha, in one body, must fight for their life, fight for the life of their daughter. It's an absolutely wild, pedal-to-the-metal picture. One of Sam Jackson's favorite films he's ever been in, he says. Mm. And it's Geena Davis like you've never seen her before.
Yeah.
Bella, what'd you think of The Long Kiss Goodnight?
God, this was awesome. Was I just in the dark about this movie, or is this sort of a hidden gem?
It's underappreciated and underrated for sure. What happened was this movie made its money in international. It did not do amazing here in the States. I think it had a budget of like 60 million and it made like 33 million in the States. I think it made like close to 100 internationally. But Rennie Darlin, who was at the time married to Geena Davis, the director was at the time married to Geena Davis. They had just come off a picture before this that they did together. Some pirate action movie. I forget the name of it, but that movie bombed. bombed. And so this was the first movie they did after that. And it didn't quite, I think they were still getting the stink off of them from the last picture before this. But yeah, no, it's an underrated gem. It's an underrated gem for sure.
God, yeah, it's so good. And I mean, I love watching Geena Davis in pretty much anything and everything.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But I especially love watching Geena Davis kick some fucking ass.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of like to think of this as an almost like extreme continuation of her character in Thelma and Louise.
Right.
Because we've got this like sweet, innocent housewife turned criminal. But she really takes it to new heights in this movie. 'Cause she's not just like on the run. She's a fucking killer, like a supernatural assassin. I thought she did a great job with the dual identity. Mm-hmm. That first scene when we see Charlie come out outside of, you know, the dream sequence, which I also want to talk about because that was so great. But she's ice skating with her daughter and her daughter falls and hurts her arm. We find out later that it was actually fractured. And in that moment, Charlie comes out and is like, you're going to get back up, keep going, even if it hurts, because life is pain.
Yeah.
And she doesn't just change her voice, like everything changes. Her demeanor, her face, like her features change. And it's pretty terrifying. You're kind of like, oof, okay, this is a very different person, because she is this, as Samuel Jackson's character says in the film, she's this, oh, phooey, I burned the darn muffins, kind of like mother housewife character. And then on the flip side, it's like this sexy, psychotic assassin. But yeah, she has so many amazing moments like that. One of my favorite blackout moments she has, though, and one of my favorite scenes, is when she and Hennessy are being chased by the bad guys, some men, as we said. And they're running from a grenade, and they're on like the 3rd floor of this building. And Hennessy's just like, run for your life. And we see Charlie come out and immediately shifts into action. She takes the gun, shoots the window as they jump out of it. And then as they're falling, she's like shooting at the icy lake below to break their fall.
Yeah.
And they plunge in, they come up, they're like, like it's freezing. It cuts to them like running away. And she goes, what happened? And Hennessy goes, I saved your ass. It was great. Just like, of course. So also shout out Samuel L. Jackson. He's so good at what he does in this film, just being a dick in the best way.
They've got great chemistry in this.
Yeah, I wouldn't have paired them together. Like when I first turned it on, I was like, really, these two? And then immediately I was like, oh, I get it. I see it.
Yeah. I mean, I think Samuel L. Jackson could have fucking great chemistry with a roll of paper towels, but
True.
But that scene you mentioned when that first time we catch a glimpse of Charlie when she's telling her the ice skating scene with her daughter, that was when I knew I loved her, because my aunt, there's a famous story in my family. My Aunt Renee, I think she like fell out of a truck or something and just like really hurt her arm. And my grandma basically did what Charlie did in this scene. She's like, shake it off. Come on. Don't be a bitch. Get up on there. 3 days, she's in pain. 3 days go by. Turns out she broke her arm.
Oh my God.
But I was like, all right, like this is my kind of woman. Shake it off.
Life is pain.
Life is pain. But the first time that we fully see Charlie, she does her full makeover scene and, puts on the makeup and dyes her hair and all that stuff. Yeah. Like we see her show up and it's like, holy shit. Like you said, who is this girl? It is a totally different character. It brings a totally different energy to the film about 45 minutes through a movie that's already pretty high octane.
Yeah.
I wrote this in my Letterboxd review, but in that first scene, she does this little trick with her shot glass where she slides it across her chin, stops at her mouth, shoots the drink, and then continues to slide it until the shot glass drops. I was like, that's one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life.
So sick. Yeah.
I was like,
so sick.
If I do anything else with my life, I'm going to learn how to do that trick.
Just start practicing now.
I know. And I just gave up drinking, but not anymore.
Not after the Long Kiss Goodnight.
Yep. So yeah, she is tremendous and magnetic and just absolutely wonderful in this picture.
I also love I think it's the first time we see Charlie depicted, this other identity. And it's in a dream sequence. Mm-hmm. It's like this trippy 80s music video dream sequence. The mother versus the heartless assassin. She just has such a great line. The whole thing, she's like, I want a cigarette, looking in the mirror. And then she goes, I don't smoke. And she goes, you used to. See how easy it comes back? And then she goes, name's Charlie, by the way, and you're going to love me. I was like, oh, let's go. I'm so ready. I need to meet Charlie now. So yeah, it's the build up to, because like you said, we don't get this other part of her until halfway through the movie.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. But the build up, it works. It's so exciting.
They give you the breadcrumbs. this is probably, since we're talking about Shane Black here, this is probably, I think, of the three that we're discussing today, the best use of Christmas and the most use of Christmas of the three. Going back to that sequence with when One-Eyed Jack comes and terrorizes their home.
Yeah.
That scene starts out with these like carolers outside of Samantha's home. And you're just like, God damn, those carolers are really, really off key. Those are the worst carolers of all time. And then they reveal that he's holding them up at gunpoint. And you're just like, oh, okay. Yeah, I get it. Brilliant. But yeah, and then of course, like just the epic conclusion at like the US-Canadian border, which I'm actually not going to give away fully because I think it should be seen to be believed because it's so epic. But I'll just say it involves Geena Davis using somehow miraculously some sort of pulley system to get shot up into the air, hanging onto a bunch of Christmas lights as she just unloads a bunch of lead on some motherfuckers.
Oh yeah.
And nowadays, you know, like the action character with amnesia, it's kind of tropey, you know?
God, that's so true.
But this was before the Bourne Identity series. This was before it was really a trope. So yeah, really underrated, this one. Does not get the credit that it deserves. I think it is a wonderful, wonderful picture. A damn good time.
I agree. I also want to shout out Brian Cox is in this movie.
Yeah.
Briefly. But man, that guy, anytime he shows up, he leaves an impact. He's just, no matter how small the role is, he's so funny. He has this one brief scene that I love. He's watching his wife's dog like lick its asshole. And he says, right. I should venture to guess that whatever he's looking to dislodge is either gone for good or good to stay.
Yeah.
And like, this is just, you know, also going into Shane Black's quick quips and writing. It's just like, we didn't really need that scene. But I loved it, and it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. All the time, it's like, oh man, do we need that scene? It's like, if it was good, you needed it. Yeah.
Yes, totally.
If it was good and memorable, then it was needed because it all adds. It all adds.
Yes. Yep.
I have here, give me 3 letterbox reviews for The Long Kiss Goodnight.
www.letterboxd.com 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars.
Okay, some of these are kind of longer than the normal ones I read. But people actually had stuff to say about this. It wasn't just letterbox reviewers trying to get their comedy routines in. Okay, this first person gives the film 4 stars and writes, this encapsulates all the abiding obsessions and tropes of a Shane Black film. Christmas, being horny, smoking cigs, PIs, black guy, white guy, in this case woman, Bance, and being a gross, low-life piece of shit who still loves and is a good parent to their precociously and inexplicably well-adjusted child. Plus, the plot is about how the CIA did the first World Trade Center bombing, but that wasn't enough, so they're going to do another false flag terrorist attack, quote-unquote, blame it on the Muslims, and stop Congress from spending their money on healthcare. I swear to God, the CIA was universally the villains in every single movie until Marvel/Disney/Deep State took over the movies. Hear, hear.
Wow. So good. Yes, I'm glad. Thank you, because I did want to bring that up.
they really did. That is truly a plot point where they're just like, yeah, the CIA, we were involved in that 93 World Trade Center bombing, and we got another one coming up that we're going to blame on the Muslims. And you're just like, what?
They fully spell it out. Like, it's, you know, no illusions, no nothing. They're just like, yep, this is it. Oh, love it.
Yeah, no
That's
notes.
A great review.
No notes on that review.
Yeah.
Kind of similar. Here's another one. I just got to bring this home because it was I'm coming after you, Marvel, today. This is just the beginning, by the way. This is just the fucking beginning.
The beginning of the end.
Branson Reese writes, at the beginning of the last act, Geena Davis looks into a window and sees a single candle burning, symbolizing the cover of Daydream Nation. Finally, her last memory from 1988 has fallen into place. Samantha Cain and Charlie Baltimore have become one. Sonic Youth has once again saved the day. Continues to write, if you pitched the, quote, the CIA false flagged the World Trade Center bombing and must be stopped because they're going to do it again and pin the blame on a Muslim man as a movie today, the CIA and the Marvel Cinematic Universe would send Iron Man to your home and shoot you. All right. And finally, we got Harlequinade. Gives the film 4 stars and a like. She writes, over its opening weekend, the film grossed $9,065,363 from 245 theaters, coming in third among films opening that weekend. It grossed $33 million in the US and Canada and $62 million internationally for a worldwide gross total of $95,456,000. The American audience failed this and The Nice Guys and Strange Days and like half of David Fincher's filmography. Jesus Christ, you guys. And then she puts a whole bunch of angry emojis, you know. She says, this is peak 90s. Geena Davis, the great Nina Cherry song. Awesome script, great action moments. And as you mentioned, and Logan Roy ranting about a dog's asshole. Amazing.
Did we need it? No. But also, yes.
Yeah. Did we need it? No. Did we want it? Yes.
Yes. Oh, those were great.
Yeah. There you go. Give me 3 letterboxd reviews for The Long Kiss Goodnight.
It's always nice to hear some real reviews.
Don't get me wrong. I do like the one-liner jokes one from time to time.
Oh, absolutely.
When
they
need
hit them.
When they hit, they hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. No shade whatsoever to those reviews.
This is a great film to watch in December.
Yeah.
Great film to watch in December. Yeah, I mean, it's violent as hell, so I'm not going to say, like, it's one you could watch with the whole family. But it's one that you should watch with the whole family, I think.
Yeah. Oh, my God, yeah.
Life is pain. Teach them kids a thing or two.
You just get used to it.
All right, my friends, that's going to take us to a break. And oh, wait, where could you watch this? You could watch it on demand. Once again, it's on demand. None of these films are married to a streaming service, which is just so, this is the thing, man, my God.
I know.
I got about 17,000 of these streaming services, you know?
It's fucking crazy.
And all 3 of these movies are not on a single one of them.
Yeah.
It's like, God.
For the last few episodes, and we've been talking some pretty amazing movies.
We talk about 3 movies a week. And the amount of times that we have to rent movies is just absurd for the amount of streaming services that we have.
It's absurd.
We're getting fucked, people. I don't know if you are paying attention out there, but we're getting fucked.
What? I feel like Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne?
When in that Spike Lee movie we watched where he's like, wake up.
Oh yeah. School Days, yeah.
School Days, yeah.
Yeah, totally. Wake up, people. Anyways, that's going to take us to a break so I can cool down. And during that break, you're going to hear from Gimme 3 producer, LADFF director, and my wife, poor thing, Sonja Maru, for a segment that we call Sonja's Movie Minute. So stick around for that and much more right here on the Gimme 3 podcast.
Hello, I'm Sonja, and this is my Movie Minute. A few weeks ago, I got to see an advanced screening of Kristen Stewart's directorial debut, The Chronology of Water. The screening was followed by a really good conversation between Kristen and Iowa Debris, which of course focused on the film, but also expanded into a conversation about subjectivity, creative expression, gender, and commodification, among other things. As Kristen said in another insightful interview, which is linked in the episode description, she had to make this movie as her first film because it was, quote, the first thing that she needed to say. It's unusual to hear her describe a project that's 25 years into her career as the first thing she's saying, but I totally understand what she means. Being a director is so different than being an actor. Her demeanor on the press tour for this film is self-possessed, confident, and direct in a way that feels like I'm seeing Kristen Stewart different than I ever have before. And I loved her then, and I really love her now. The film, The Chronology of Water, is based on the memoir of writer Lydia Yuknevich, but it's far from a simple biopic or a based on a true story kind of film. From the very first moment of the film, Kristen intends to challenge the audience with both the form and the content. It's a challenge that I found to be very worth it and very rewarding, but it did take me at least 10 minutes to feel even remotely at ease when the film first started. I think Kristen would point out that neither she nor Lydia nor women in general ever feel totally at ease. And this is their movie, and by watching it, it's your movie too. By the way, I'm making it sound like this is a total serious downer, which it's not. It's vibrant, sexual, provocative, insightful, funny, beautifully shot, and the acting is next level incredible. So I urge you all to go see The Chronology of Water during its 1-week run at the Laemmle Royal in LA and the Angelica Village East in New York. It'll be there until Thursday, December 11th. Then it'll leave theaters and come back with a slightly wider release right after New Year.
It's the Gimme 3 podcast, everybody, and it's a very black Christmas. Shane Black, that is. We're discussing Shane Black Christmas movies, of which there are many, but we're discussing 3 in particular. We started, of course, with the classic, the game-changing Lethal Weapon. And then we moved on to the underappreciated, what's it called? The Last Kiss Goodnight.
The Long Kiss Goodnight.
The Long Kiss Goodnight. Easy for me to say. And now Bella's going to bring us home with another Kiss movie.
Yes. We're closing out the show with Shane Black's 2005 directorial debut, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. A sort of neo-noir, another LA Christmas, told with his signature blend of crime, sharp dialogue, and unlikely pairings. The film stars Robert Downey Jr., Michelle Monaghan, and Val Kilmer. Hell of a trio.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Downey Jr. plays Harry Lockhart, a petty thief who accidentally stumbles into an acting audition while fleeing a botched robbery. His breakdown in the room lands him a trip to LA where he's suddenly being prepped for a potential role instead of sitting in a jail cell. It's there he meets the 2 people who will soon become his partners in crime. Perry Van Shrike, a private investigator hired to train him for the role, played by Val Kilmer, and Harmony Lane, played by Michelle Monaghan, Harry's childhood crush, and a struggling actress whose family history becomes central to the film's mystery. One night on the job, Harry and Perry stumble into what looks like a routine surveillance job. But everything unravels when they witness a car dumped into a lake with a woman's body inside. That death, along with Harmony's sudden connection to another supposed suicide, pulls all 3 of them into a tangled web involving a wealthy retired actor, an inheritance scheme, and a whole lot of moving parts. Harry is completely out of his depth. Perry knows just how bad things can get. And Harmony is just having a great old time playing detective. But she's actually pretty damn good at it. The 3 characters get pulled deeper into a layered case involving identity swaps, cover-ups, and a trail that leads back to Harmony's sister. It's a hilarious, wild ride. True Shane Black through and through. Nick, what are your thoughts on Kiss Kiss Bang Bang?
Well, this was actually a first-time watch for me.
Wow.
I missed this one when it came out, whenever in 2005. And for years, I've had so many friends tell me how much they love this movie and how wonderful it is. So I am probably going to upset a lot of people when I say that this did not work for me.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
I understand it's an homage and a love letter to pulp crime fiction novels.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of really fun sequences in there for sure. You know, there's
Mm-hmm.
tons of the quippy, snappy lines. That Shane Black dialogue is on full display here. But I think it's a little too much on display.
Mm.
More than any of the other films that I've seen. I think this one just felt written. Like it felt like I was watching a screenplay by a humorous screenwriter who thinks he's really, really, really humorous, rather than watching a movie, or more importantly, rather than watching characters.
Yes, I totally get that.
In Lethal Weapon and The Long Kiss Goodnight, there's a lot of fun dialogue, and I would be constantly cracking up. But it'd be fun dialogue acting as comic relief for characters or moments that needed them. Scenes that were really intense, you know, come downs.
Mm-hmm.
In this film, it felt like all the dialogue kind of prevented the movie from ever really getting into not even fifth gear, like fourth gear.
Yeah.
It never really felt intense to me. It never felt dramatic. I never felt a sense of danger. The characters never seemed to really feel any sense of danger. They were like too busy getting their jokes in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So anyways, I just didn't really feel a lot. And I know it's a comedy, but like I didn't really laugh either.
Yeah, and I feel like it's so, you know, that feels even more there when we've just watched these other two films.
Yeah.
That are so funny, but also could make you cry. Like the emotion is so there.
Or just have you on the edge of your seat, you know.
Like, or that too. Yeah. I mean, and I totally agree with you. Like I had a great time. I thought it was really funny, but there's really no emotion.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not totally connected to these characters in any way, shape, or form.
Here's the thing that didn't work for me the most in this picture. And it actually took me out of it, kind of. And it was the writing of Harmony Lane, played by Michelle Monaghan. And she actually does kind of an admirable job.
Yes.
Of dealing with some of these wild shifts she's being asked to perform. There is one sequence in particular that I just lost it. Harmony has just discovered that her sister is dead. And understandably, she is an emotional wreck. She is hysterical. She shows up at Harry's apartment and she's going nuts and she's trying to figure out what's going on. Then, not so understandably, she just passes out mid-scene, mid-convo. It's like, all right, whatever. Okay, well, I'll go along. Harry carries her to bed and a spider starts crawling on her. And we've established that Harry is afraid of spiders. So he's trying to kill the spider, but like not touch the spider. And it's gone inside her bra. And he like taps her titties to like try and kill the spider.
There's nothing.
What?
No, I didn't do anything.
What the hell are you doing?
Honey, I didn't do anything.
Harry, you're grabbing my tit.
No, there was a spider. There was a big spider.
Oh, please.
I swear to God. Never. Look, I'm going to find it. I'll find the thing. Where are you, fuzzy little bitch?
Harry, whatever. It's okay. I believe you, Harry.
Clearly, you don't.
Oh, God, look,
All right,
Harry.
I'll find
You
it.
grabbed my tit. It's life, all right? It's no biggie.
No biggie?
You gotta yell.
Guy grabs your tit. That's life, no biggie? I mean, what kind of talk is that? No, you tell me. What kind of talk is that? I can't believe you. I can't believe that's the reaction that you...
See there?
Yeah,
I trust you.
right.
What is your problem? I'm letting you off the hook. You didn't do anything.
No, but you thought I did. Do you get it? I'm on the hook. The hook is my home. Do you understand? Listen to me. I grab your tit. It's a fucking biggie. I know that came out wrong, but what I'm saying is you act like, oops, it's an okay lapse. You know, everybody does. I mean, What kind of guys are you hanging out with here? I mean, are you the kind of girl who, like, you know...
Who what, Harry? Who what?
She wakes up, she's laughing, she's making jokes, she's flirtatious. I was like, wait a second. I thought your sister died tonight.
So true.
Literally, not an exaggeration, because it's not like they did a jump in time. Literally, not 3 minutes ago, you were so distraught that you actually passed out. And now you're cracking jokes and smiling and throwing googly eyes at this guy? It just doesn't make any sense. And the film is riddled with wild character swings like this from time to time. And look, I get it's a comedy.
Right.
But the tone is then just off for me. Like, I could accept a character swing like this in, say, like a Naked Gun movie. But you're asking me, and by you, I'm not talking about you, Bella. Sorry.
Please don't come at me.
The film is asking me to care about these characters in a real way. You're telling me that this sister was assaulted by her father throughout her childhood. And that's kind of the crux of this film. And that's very serious. So when you ask me, when you throw something like super dark and serious out like that, and then you have these like characters who just aren't taking it seriously, well, then why would I take it seriously?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's perfectly said. Like, hearing you break down this scene, I am realizing that I don't even really know what happened in this movie in terms of like the actual mystery and plot, because the comedy was so distracting.
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't it doesn't connect.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I totally agree with you.
The big bad in this movie, like the big bad guys, are pretty inconsequential to the plot. Like, you barely see the bad guys in this movie.
Right.
Like, you forget that the bad guys are this guy, and they tease you up in such a cheap way. There's like, oh, here's a bad scene. This is a really bad scene because this is the scene where you're later going to find out that this is kind of the whole thing about the movie and that this is the bad guy and you should pay attention to it. Sorry, that's really bad. It's like, all right.
Right.
I get it. You're being cheeky, but you're also being lazy.
Yeah, there's a fine line. There's a fine line between cheeky and lazy.
Yeah.
And I don't know that this one follows it.
Val Kilmer's great, and he's got great chemistry with Robert Downey Jr. They got great banter together, and I think that's what so many people love about this movie. So, you know, if you love Kilmer, who is wildly entertaining in this film, and you love homophobic jokes, then this is a great movie for you to check out.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, this movie was so strange. It's so different from the other two. Like, I'm glad I watched it. You know?
Yeah. I
had a good time, but it's nothing compared to the other two. Like, I would much more recommend those.
And like you said, I think if I had watched if I'd watched this before the other two, I might have given it a little more grace.
Yeah.
But having just come off of the Long Kiss Goodnight, like, I watched those back to back, kind of like a little double feature at the home. And I was like, ooh, weesh.
That's awesome.
This is not as exciting.
Yeah, no, not nearly. It's a comedy. It's more like, I think that was also my problem with it, was I just felt very confused about how I was supposed to feel, because, you know, we also just did a noir episode. And so when it started, I was like, oh, okay, cool. We're going to do like a neo-noir comedy, you know, modern comedy. I don't know. And then it didn't give me what I wanted, I guess.
Yeah. I'm not sure it knows what it wants.
That's kind of how I felt. Yeah, I was just like, I don't really know where we're going with this. But I also I do want to shout out, I thought Michelle Monaghan did really well with what she had to work with.
Yeah, no, for sure.
She was my favorite part, even though her character was poorly written, like ridiculous. But she's just so damn good.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah.
It's also interesting, like, you know, I think this was the character that I think this was like Robert Downey Jr.'s kind of like return. Or like comeback, I guess.
This was his comeback story.
And this character, Jon Favreau, saw it and was like, that's Iron Man.
Right.
And so it's kind of funny, having watched those movies and then, obviously like when you see Robert Downey Jr., you think of Iron Man at this point in time. But it's funny because it kind of just feels like an Iron Man movie in that sense. Like the characters are so similar.
Right. And perhaps that's another reason why I don't like it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a fan of the Marvel movies. I'm not a fan of Tony Stark. And if we want to stretch it, like you said, Favreau saw this and he was like, that's my Tony Stark. This film is responsible for the Marvel universe. That's a massive point against it, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, this is your op. This is your nemesis.
Gosh, dang.
Yeah, it's if you want to see more Tony Stark in a different
it's like
world.
It's like the prequel
You'd
to
like
Iron
this.
Man.
It really feels like that. Like before he became a billionaire.
Yeah. There is some cool things. Like there's one sequence where I don't know why or how, but they're at a club of some sort. Mm-hmm. And there's like these weird express dancers within these glass cases that are like all Christmased out. And it's like, okay, this is a unique Christmas touch on it that I'm kind of digging, I mean, Shane Black's a talented dude. I'm not like throwing it completely under the bus. I'm just explaining why it didn't work for me. Obviously, lots of people love this movie.
Mm-hmm. It's also a first-time feature.
For sure.
He was just getting started. Give him some grace.
For sure. See, now, Belle, I'm always the one who's trying to talk you down. Now you're the one trying to talk me down.
Roles reversed. Yeah, I don't have too much to say about. I feel like we've covered the bases. It's we've laid out what it is that works and what doesn't. So if you guys if it sounds like something you'd be interested in, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Because I don't know anyone that's watched this movie, so I need to hear from our listeners and your friends who love it so much. Very curious.
Yeah, I would. And it is very possible that I'm missing something. So if I am, please let me know.
Right.
I could just be missing the whole goddamn point of this thing. I've been known to do that. Ask my wife.
And then, okay, this is my final thought is, this was the one too where Christmas didn't make it really any sense to me with this film. Like I feel like in all the others, there's like intention behind it.
Right.
And this one kind of just felt like, oh, this is my shtick. Like this is my thing.
It felt more like,
do it.
Yeah, it felt more like an aesthetic choice in this film rather than, a plot or a character choice.
Yeah, it's like, okay, put Michelle Monaghan in a sexy Santa costume. Mm-hmm. Like,
yeah, that was the best use of the Christmas. Really. This is the only thing where I was like, all right.
Hey, Christmas.
But yeah, like we said, if I'm missing something, if I'm totally off base, let me know. I want to be off base. I want to be wrong. I want to know what I'm missing.
I want to understand.
Yeah, help me help you.
And then this one, I think we also rented.
Yeah, once again, we had to rent this one for God's sakes.
Yeah. Every time I watch a movie I have to watch a movie on Prime now for the podcast, and it ends. I read the next thing in your voice from that last episode. You're like, you want to watch Red One? It's like fully branded into my brain because it pisses me off so much. It literally ended 1 second ago. Like I haven't even read the first credit. You want to watch Red One?
Yeah, it doesn't even let you get to the rolling credits. It doesn't even get you to the second title card. It's like, Red One streaming on Amazon Prime. Watch it now in 10, 9, 8, 7. It's like, Jesus, who counts that fast? How's this sound?
I'm like trying to find the remote like a bomb is going to go off. I'm like, geez, fending for my life out here.
We are just going at the streamers today. My gosh. We are getting no sponsorship from these guys anytime soon.
We don't want it.
We don't want it. You know who we do want sponsorships from? Criterion Collection, Mubi.
Yes.
Streamers with poipus. Streamers with integrity. Streamers who care about the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. It's on demand, or you can rent it at your local video stores. Check it out. Like I said, let me know if I missed something or if I was just too tired. There's a few ways to let us know what you think of these films, what you think of Shane Black's writing, what you think of Shane Black, and what's your favorite Shane Black picture. You can message us on Instagram, Gimme3Podcast. That's Gimme, spell out 3 podcast. Gimme3 Podcast. You can also send us a text message. Scroll down to our episode description and there will be a link that says send us a text message. Click that link. You can drop us a line. It's going to go directly into our inbox. If you like the show, there's a few ways to support us. 3 ways, in fact. It is the Gimme 3 podcast. The first way to support us is by downloading our episodes. If you set our podcast to automatically download on whatever streaming platform you use to listen to our show, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and the rest, set our episodes to automatically download, and it really, really helps the show out. We also have a Patreon for a mere $5 a month. We've got bonus content on there, and it really just helps us keep the microphones on, helps keep us chugging along here. And then the third and final way is to share the podcast with your friends. If you've got friends who are big cinephiles, friends who love talking movies, friends who are big Shane Black fans, or fans of Christmas movies, share it with them, because this is the season. We're going to be getting into a bunch of Christmas film episodes, including this one. So 'tis the season. As you're going on your long plane rides or road trips to visit family, check out the Gimme 3 podcast. Bella, do you want to let the lovely folks know where they can find you on the social media?
Yes, you guys can find me on Instagram at Portrait of a Cinephile or on Letterboxd at BF Stratus.
You can find me on Letterboxd, on Instagram, or on Blue Sky at Nicholas Ibarra. Ibarra is spelled with a Y. We want to thank you all for listening to the Gimme 3 podcast, and we will see you at the movies.